Yo, welcome to Hard Pass. I am your host, Jacques Slade. Today on the show, we're talking about a collaboration that should have happened years ago, Psyduck for some bizarre reason, the week's hottest releases, and of course, our Hard Pass. All right, let's get right into it. In lieu of hot takes this week, because we're recording this before Thanksgiving and co-writer's vacation, he's apparently rich enough to vacation on a yacht in the Mediterranean, here are our pre-recorded takes on things that might happen over the break. I can't believe Kanye did that offensive thing. I'm lying. Of course I believe Kanye did that. Wow, Elon tweeted a stupid joke that only edgelords find funny? Panda Ducks restock? Shocking. 17-time world champion Los Angeles Lakers. Andor is better than Mandalorian. Anyways, I saw your comments. 2003 Mariah Carey. Kyrie posted, what now? We acknowledge the tribal chief. That episode of Chainsaw Man? Wow, those Jordan 1s are so cool and original. On December 10th, Tiger Woods will be teaming up with Rory McIlroy to take on Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas for the latest iteration of The Match, a golf exhibition series that features famous golfers and athletes. Woods will be participating in the match for the first time since 2020, while McIlroy, Spieth, and Thomas will be making their debuts. Other golfers who have participated in the match include Phil Mickelson, Brooks Koepka, and Bryson DeChambeau, but they're too busy making bajillions of dollars with noted Masters choker Greg Norman over at the Live Golf Exhibition Tour to be bothered with something like the match. For Tiger, it'll be the first competitive golf event he's participated in since the British Open several months ago. Well, as competitive as a 12-hole best ball exhibition can be, I guess. Look, the match is a primetime event that we played in the lights. It's different from your typical tournament, and with four of the biggest names in golf, you know a lot of people are going to be watching. So hopefully that means we're going to see some special gear for the show. I mean, they don't have to conform to any dress code that the tour might have. It's time for them to get a little creative. Maybe Jordan Spieth shows some love to fellow Under Armour guys Steph Curry or The Rock and wears their signature gear. Justin Thomas, he isn't the most flashy, but he's low-key funny, so hopefully FootJoy has something cool for him to wear. And then there's Rory and Tiger, the pillars of Nike golf. We know Rory is going to show out, especially if there's a way to troll Greg Norman in the process. But what about Tiger? Sure, he could wear his Sunday red and black, but it's an exhibition on a Saturday night. He wore a Frank edition of his TW20s for the match. Maybe, what if he tried something just a little bit different? What if he finally gave us what we want? I'm talking about, of course, a collaboration between Tiger and Jordan Brand. Through the years, there's been plenty of crossovers between Nike's biggest athletes. The late Kobe Bryant had signature shoes based on FC Barcelona, and the Kobe 9 Elites were partially inspired by Manny Pacquiao's boxing boots. Years before everything went down the drain, Kyrie Irving teamed up with tennis star Nick Kyrgios on a hybrid Zoom Vapor X. LeBron James has dropped signature shoes inspired by Ken Griffey Jr. and Deion Sanders. Just, don't tell Deion about them or else he'll get upset about Nike again. And then we got Air Jordans in football, baseball, tennis, motorsports, and of course golf. Jordan golf shoes have become such a regular part of the release schedule that it's sometimes frustrating for sneakerheads to see a classic colorway like the Cherry 12s return its golf shoes while they've been waiting for a retro for over a decade. It's not unusual to see J's on the greens anymore. They are as common as Michael Jordan smoking a cigar while getting in a round. So how come we haven't seen an MJ Tiger collab? Michael has no problem giving his seal of approval when it comes to athletes that work with him in other sports. He's been there for Jordan Brand guys like Derek Jeter and collabs with guys like Roger Federer at the time. But we know he's friendly with Tiger. It's not icy like whatever the deal is with Charles Barkley. And now I just had a thought MJ is freezing out Chuck from NBA 2K like he did Isaiah Thomas from the Dream Team. That's not true, but you would definitely believe MJ is that petty, right? Right? Anyways, it boggles me that Tiger doesn't have a set of Jordan golf PEs at his disposal. It's possible he does get Jordan Brand care packages sent to his house, but either he's keeping them to himself or there's a UPS driver that's been getting paid all of these years. I get that Tiger has his own brand, that maybe he considers to be on the level of MJ, and it's not like we see MJ wearing Nike TW gear either, but we need this. And by we, I mean golf. Tiger's days as a threat to win anytime he tees up on tour are over. Between the match and his Rocket League-looking stadium golf endeavor with Rory in 2024, he's transitioning into a role of ushering the game into the future. And that future should include him wearing playoff 11s with his branding. An Air Jordan 1 Bread Golf with the Wings logo on one side and the TW on the other? I would pay $8 for Twitter Blue and make a fake verified Greg Norman account and tweet apologies to Rory if that's what it took. All I'm saying is that the world has waited long enough for a Tiger and Jordan collab. It's about damn time, Tiger. Give us a sign. Wear the Eastside Golf Jordan collection for the match or something. But knowing Tiger's style, it's more likely Rory will wear the Jordan 1s for the match. That's cool and all, but again, it's not Tiger. All right, it's time for the Heat Check, where we bring you everything that's dropping this week. We have the Reebok Shack Attack LA to LA on the 28th for $180, the Nike Dunk Low Foam Finger on the 30th for $120, the women's Nike Dunk High 1985 in enamel green on the 30th for $140, the men's Nike Dunk High 1985 in royal blue on the 30th for $140, the Nocta Air Force One Certified Lover Boy on the 2nd, and then the Reebok Club C Joker on the 2nd as well. And then for the pick of the week, it's DJ Khaled's Air Jordan 5 Crimson Bliss on the 28th for $225. Come on. You know you want it. You'll front on social media that you're too cool for Khaled's brand of unbridled positivity, but deep down, you know you want these 5s. If not these, then there's like a half dozen other We the Best 5s. There's gonna be something for you, something for your hater friends, and who knows, there might be something for they. Who's they? You know they, the ones who keep Khaled from achieving his final form, which hopefully isn't this. And then our second pick of the week is the Concept Nike SB Dunk Low Orange Lobster on the 2nd. Concept's Lobster Dunks are among the best gimmicks going in sneakers, and the next iteration lives up to the hype. Time will tell whether or not this latest crustacean sneaker will be just as revered as previous drops by Concept, but there's just something about the colors and execution that they have perfected that it's almost sickening how simple yet perfect they are. It's Boston, and Boston has lobsters, and lobsters come in all different colors, and voila, an entire sneaker line was born. And now for a heat check on Psyduck. All right, fine. We'll do a Psyduck segment. After we saw a significant number of people in the comments of a previous episode supporting the Mercurial Duck because co-writer complained it was snubbed from Puma's Pokemon collab, we figured it was time. Well, it was that, and co-writer wouldn't stop sending me text messages with screenshots of your comments like, see, people like Psyduck. Like, I could have ignored one comment repping for Psyduck, but it wasn't just one. Come on, guys. Look, I guess if you dig deep enough online, you'll find stands for everything. And well, we've found our Psyduck hive. So, Psyduck. Why is it such a big deal to co-writer? Is it the design, which is basically 2 yellow circles, a beak, and a blank stare? Is it their surprising ability to use psychic attacks that activate only after they've gotten a terrible headache? Is it the fact that somewhere in co-writer's house, there is an OG Game Boy Color with a copy of Pokemon Yellow Special Pikachu Edition that has a save file with a level 100 Psyduck because he refused to evolve it to Golduck? That's a true story. Could it be the shocking amount of screen time it gets in Detective Pikachu because the writers related to its neurotic tendencies? The answer, as you might expect, is yes to all of the above. See, while co-writer doesn't deal with stress the same way Psyduck does, aka turn into the Pokemon version of her Super Saiyan and Merc Team Rocket with latent psychic powers, he does feel for how Psyduck is constantly underestimated compared to other Pokemon, especially after their star turn in the movie. Like, how does Gengar, and yes, I say it correctly, that was an editing mishap, get a sneaker and Psyduck is left in the cold? Maybe it has something to do with being too similar in colors to Pikachu, but that just seems like too convenient of an excuse. A Puma MB02 or Stewie 1 in Psyduck colors could have been something special, but nah, Puma wasn't ready for the heat of that release. If you thought co-writer was overbearing with the constant pining for the Penny One home for the past few years, he would have been Psyduck levels of annoying over an actual sneaker collab featuring that duck. So thanks for doing us a solid, Puma. We appreciate you. It's time for this week's Hard Pass, where we take a look at something in the culture that just needs to go. Like, actually, you know what? Let's not do something in the culture that needs to go this week. Let's talk about something we need more of in the culture. And that's Crocs. That's right, I'm talking about the longest running joke in sneaker culture no longer being a joke. Crocs are life, man. And it's about time we get over ourselves and embrace them. Look, I get it. You might be shocked. I've been espousing the good word of Crocs for a while now, and I always get it in the comments. But why, Jacques? Or those are trash, or you're not a real sneakerhead if you wear Crocs. Okay, well, let me address these individually. First, but why, Jacques? Why? Because they feel good, damn it. Look, I'm not all there yet with Crocs, okay? I don't wear them outside all that often unless it's a quick run to the grocery store, and I certainly don't wear them to non-Croc events. I still have some self-respect and respect for the people that I work with. Side note, to anybody doing this sneaker YouTuber influencer media thing that we do, here's a pro tip. If you're at a brand event, wear sneakers from that company's brand. I don't care if you don't have any sneakers from that brand, you make it happen before you show up. Unless there are extraneous circumstances beyond your control, wear Nikes at a Nike event, Adidas at an Adidas event, Pumas at a Puma event, and so on. You're not impressing your audience because you wore Jordans to an Under Armour event. You're just disrespecting the people who invited you in the first place and who might one day work at Jordan Brand and not forget your stunt. It's common courtesy, I'm just saying. Anyways, I did it again. Where was I? All right. Why do I wear Crocs? Because they make sense. They are comfortable, they're functional, and clutch. They have cut down my wearing of sandals by a significant amount, that's for sure. If I'm here by myself at the studio or with co-writer and Preezy, they're gonna see me wearing Crocs. They're so easy to wear and comfortable, and for those downtimes when we're in between shots, they're perfect. And they have enough traction that I don't need to switch to sneakers that have a lot of grip on them just in case we need to move things around in here. I don't need to impress them with fancy sneakers in my own home. They're going to make fun of me regardless for what I wear, so I might as well feel good while I'm taking the heat. And then my second one, those are trash? Okay, that's supposed to make me feel what exactly? Sneakers are subjective, guys. Sure, there are pairs that we consider historically significant and drivers of the culture, but you show any pair of Jordans or Dunk or Adidas 350s to someone who isn't invested in this life, and you might be shocked to hear them say they are trash. I wear Crocs because they fit my lifestyle as it is, not because I have some sort of image that I'm trying to uphold. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to strategically place hype sneakers behind this wall. Why? Well, you don't worry about that part. And then the third part, if you wear Crocs, you're not a real sneakerhead. Okay, I'm excited about this one. Well, I guess I'm not a sneakerhead. Look, the best thing you can be in this line of work or in this culture is to be yourself. I'm not saying go out there and wear dirty white certified Loverboy Air Force Ones. Again, have some self-respect and clean your shoes. But if you want to flex in Crocs, live your truth, man. Any noise you get from social media is going to be just that, noise. The odds of someone coming up to you and making jokes that you're wearing Crocs is low. The same goes for Yeezy Wave, Adidas Wave Runners or Nike Jelly Layups. I understand that it might be different if you're still going to high school. It's survival of the flyest out there with all the TikToks that I see of kids judging each other's kicks. But again, the odds of you becoming Sneaker Twitter's main character for wearing Crocs is so low. It's not like you're a white girl wearing dirty Air Force Ones. Now, that annoys people for all sorts of reasons that I don't even care to explore on this episode. Anyways, I did it again. High school is fleeting. College ain't that far away, and over there, you will find your crew that wears Crocs and doesn't care about the sneaker game. Again, I have no shame when it comes to my Crocs game, but you know who did? Co-writer. That's right. He was anti-Crocs for as long as Crocs have been around. He thought they were childish, silly, and surprisingly uncomfortable. See, the way he tells the story, he had a bad experience wearing Crocs years ago, and he has held that against the brand since, not the woman who left him standing in the street crying. But then he started seeing me wear Crocs. I kept telling him to embrace the comfy side, but he resisted. This is the same co-writer who has worn the same Nike Golf Solar Soft and Eddie Huang Adidas slides for years now. But then he saw the Salehi Bembury Pollux Crocs. He started pitching them for features on Hard Pass. That was the start. Then he saw a picture of a new pair of Crocs called the Echo. They looked fine to me, but I was perfectly content with my $30 Crocs. He said that they looked like Crocs for grown-ups as a swipe at me, but I let it pass for the greater good. And when he finally saw a pair in person and tried them on, he had the same reaction that every hater has the moment they put on Crocs, and you know the one I'm talking about. These are comfortable. I never want to take these off. And that's the story of how Hard Pass began looking for a Crocs sponsorship. The end. Also, wear what you like, people. All right, that's going to do it for the show. Thank you for watching Hard Pass. I am Jacques Slade. I'll see you next week. If you would like to possibly be featured in a future episode, call us at 818-493-9325. Leave us a short message, your social media if you want, no more than 30 seconds. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.